Hola, mi gente, and welcome to
Stays Crunchy and Milk.
If you have questions or comments, queries, statements, or otherwise, we have multiple ways to be reached. Twitter is, of course, the best way for those that need instant gratification, and the show's Twitter feed is @SkimPod. That is SKIMPOD. That's where I like to fight. For the more patient amongst you, the email address for the show is podcast@stayscrunchyandmilk.com. That's crunchy being spelled with a K. We're available via Apple Podcasts, Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, Google Play, Spotify, and a partridge in a pear tree. And of course the website, stayscrunchyandmilk.com. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show. And a band plays on here at Skim, and to that end, we provide you a Podcast, a musical discussion podcast built on a hip-hop foundation, and you know what? It's dope. Our personal Twitters are Tatum216, Lunchbox2099, your host, the Internet's Tayrell713, and me? Well, damn it, I'm the real ODP.
Guess who's back? It ain't a fucking question. They know the name by when the presence of a living legend. Fuck what you heard is murder. Murder, you gon' need protection. Some niggas blinded couldn't see, so look for me to come and give direction. Who hold the crown? It ain't no conversation. I'm being modest, should be silent unless you paying homage. Remain the hottest, niggas can't stop us, that's just being honest. And making hits, I never had problems much in that department. Don't get me started, don't compare me to the newest nigga. For every one of you, there's 100 more, and I watch them come and go. My track record ain't coincidental. And these verses is like hearses consistently killing y'all with instrumentals. Tell me, fuck, what would y'all do without me? Kill yourself for even thinking something crazy about me. I'm like Ali, your fucking champ. Now watch me rope a dope. Just watch him choke, cause everything I drop is dope. Now watch them all go up in smoke. I came here to raise hell, I can't lie. One shot, one kill. It's real, I ain't hiding. Don't shoot one shot if you ain't ready to die. And never get it fucked up, I got shooters for hire. Cause you don't want it. I have you like I. Better back the fuck up over guns so I try. Now that weak shit will never slide, I despise. You are now not in the presence of nice guys. It's Stays Crunchy and Milk. Episode 371, and we back up in this bitch again. That is One Shot, One Kill. That's Snoop Dogg's verse on that song. That's off of Dr. Dre's Compton album. And I did not do that song justice. That verse is probably one of Snoop's. It just lets you know, oh, that nigga still got it. Because he kind of goes right to plumb the fuck off on that song. But we doing the goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? We had to take a week off. Actually, you know what? The episodes come out when they come out at this point. I'm not even fucking trying to. But we did take a week off.
What's your number there, Gabe?
Whatever. You got episode. But Gabe's on his third beer. There you go. Box is sipping some Bourbon. And what you drinking on, man?
Hennessy and ginger ale.
Whereas I was just eating some sour Vikings from IKEA. Anyway, of course,
E3 and
I am, of course, joined by the man of 1,000 nicknames, the artist formerly known as Chesterfield Rock, who's the 216's own Tatum.
L'Chaim.
We're also joined by the Bourbon Baron of Northeast Ohio. It's my man Lunchbox. I don't know what barons do.
Oh, like the Red Baron?
Oh, no, the Red Baron. Yeah. Huh.
There's a bear.
It was a hockey team. There was a yeah.
It's a title of nobility.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, it does.
And of course, we have the last of the Golden Coquis, the suburban Puerto Rican. It's the real ODP, my own boy Gabe.
Who the fuck cares what Megyn Kelly thinks?
Who?
Megyn Kelly.
No one. No one's sitting here wondering what Megyn Kelly's thoughts are. Oh, I didn't close time.is. Let me do that right now.
Let's
see. Nope. No.
Charlie's...
No. Hell no. Ain't giving that bitch no shine on this shit. Yes, I called her a bitch, and she deserved it.
Yes, I hope they die, and I hope they burn in hell. I know.
Alright, so don't worry about who that bitch is.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I am underprepared this week. Daniel and I had to hit the emergency, not the emergency, but we had to hit the road as you know from last episode or episode before that, my aunt passed away and had to get down to Tennessee for a funeral. And Dan was like, "Yo, I'm down for the cause." And so we rode and rode hard down to Memphis, Tennessee, Millington, Tennessee. We actually didn't even really do any time in Memphis for that matter, because we just didn't go that far. And so I'm like, I'm not gonna pull out your news show, my news stories or anything like that. There, you of course have some "Am I the Asshole" later. But for now, I just want to chat to you about our road trip, and so I will. And Dan will pop in here left and right when he needs to. So
I thought we were going with old format, and I was gonna go first.
Oh well.
I was just asking. We can keep on going.
Let me just run these rules right quick, and then you got it.
Okay.
So, one, I'm getting old, and getting old means I know better than to try to push on down the road that far in one fell swoop. So I had already, even before Dan was on the mission, I was like, I'm going to stop in Louisville, which is about halfway to our goal, and sleep overnight and wake up and keep pushing the rest of the way. And so I did just that. I got a hotel in Louisville and got a hotel in Millington. And on the reverse, I was going to do the same, but I was just like, I was looking at the map and I was like, and this was when Dan was already involved. I was like, oh, what do you think about stopping in Nashville instead of Louisville? See what I'm saying? We hadn't kicked it in Nashville before, whatever. And he was like, sure, I'll do that. Not realizing there's a distinct bit of time difference between one and the other. So, but we did. So that was the plot. You know what I'm saying? And, Louisville was super wet and rainy, but the hotel was very nice. The Galt House. We walked around downtown Louisville and saw a lot of the aftermath of the Breonna Taylor uprisings. So it was a lot of boarded up buildings, and one building definitely smelled like smoke still. So that motherfucker must have burned, baby, burned. But I don't know. It was nice to walk around because we had ate at the hotel restaurant at that point, and I was super full, uncomfortably so. So the walk was helpful. Plus, we ended up walking way longer than we thought we would when it's all said and done. Louisville, I mean, it's a nice town. We've been there a couple of times at this point, and I don't mind it. But they, murder their citizens with impunity. So I mean, I can't be too celebratory of them, But we had cheese curds, half a chicken. Dan ate a dry ass burger because they ain't put none of the shit they were supposed to on there.
I got a question about that. So, like recently, because me and T listen to the Doughboys like weekly. I didn't listen to this week for a certain reason. I don't know why. And I just realized when I started talking that the liquor just hit me just now. Like, it just, literally just hit me. Like, I was talking fine for 3 seconds, and then it was just like, not now, you're not. Anywho, are we supposed to be, more understanding about, bullshit lately? Because it seemed like it's always some shit in the game. When I've ordered from restaurants or something like that, it's all, before it was just it was a 30 or 20% chance it was something wrong. But now it seems like it's upwards of 60%. It's always something wrong almost every time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's taking effort.
They were out of cauliflower. And also I feel like that was the bar of the actual restaurant because the actual restaurant was closed. So they probably just didn't have a full supply complement of everything they fucking needed. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like it just seems like today, it was Friday, so I gave the boys a treat and we went to McDonald's. And the order is a little complicated because I get one Happy Meal, 2 toys, 2 juices, and 2 fries. They split nuggets. I mean, let's face it, folks. They there for the toys. Fuck them nuggets. Fries is the second. The second.
All right.
We don't disagree. We don't disagree much, but I kind of feel. I was just about to say. Remember, we used to go to the casino, and before they switched over, that General Tso's wasn't nothing but McDonald's nuggets and General Tso's sauce.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't love Burger King fried nuggets.
I like McDonald's nugget because it does remind me of a tempura piece of chicken. So, I'm just like a non-saucy guy. So, it is like a bad Arthur Treacher's chicken. But yet, that if you get some fresh ones, or if you ask them to fry it hard, they're very passable. Especially when you're only eating 2 and you're stealing one from before your kids eat.
Also, you get hot mustard.
Maybe it's an uptick because I usually eat a stolen one. Because I'm only eating 1 or 2. Like, y'all didn't finish these nuggets. Give me that last one. Yeah, it tastes better.
I did not love their spicy nuggets. We were supposed to do a reach. We tried on that, aren't we? I just gave that away for free.
I mean, no, them bitches gave me heartburn. Like it. Yeah, it gave me like the hot burps.
The nuggets were better when they were doing dark meat. I don't know why they think that white meat's an upgrade. It's.
I mean, it wasn't really dark meat. It was
mixture.
It was pink sludge, is what they called it, and there's plenty of video of it. And you'd be like, I don't know if that's dark meat. I think that's just skin and nerves.
No, yeah, like this was crazy to me. It's like they want to make it so many things just like that, like nefarious. When it's not really. What color do you think a bunch of mussels are going to be all up in the blender?
All up in the
Fair
blender.
enough.
It just looks weird. Yes, it's pink sludge. It's mussel pudding. I mean, like if you really think about it, if I closed your eyes and squirted some soap in your hand, you're gonna be like, "What the fuck is this?" Yeah.
So
I mean,
our first discovery was that Dan and I both just in a hotel environment just watched Food Network. It's fucking great. Yeah, we watched a great mini episode of Chop. The best one I felt was the one with Alton Brown. Alton Brown was trapping fools out there. He would put some shit in that basket, and they was just not ready for it. And he'd get them every time. It was like, look, I put those potato flakes in that box for a reason. The one thing your ass wasn't supposed to do is make mashed potatoes with them, and you did, and that's why I chopped your ass. Alton Brown, pretty hilarious.
I kind of feel like the lady.
Not thought. That woman came out.
She told us. She told us
she was gay. I didn't think she was gay. She came out and said, "I am gay." And
yes, Anne Burrell.
Like Marie Antoinette?
oh my god. So we wake up the next morning.
What did black people do back in the day when everyone was powdering their face all pale?
We were probably
stealing black people teeth.
I think we was enslaved at that point. So worry not.
Oh, okay.
But we rode out the next morning. But before we did, I was like, "Yo, let me find some breakfast." 'Cause I'm a fan of breakfast food, and we hit this spot up called what was it called? The Wise Egg or something? Wild Egg. The Wild Egg. And that shit was so spectacularly good that I am even now kind of taken aback by it. That's 2 breakfast spots I found in my travels that I'm like, I wish I had one of those home. The Handsome Biscuit in Norfolk, Virginia, and now the Wild Egg, which apparently we have some in Ohio, which is not this far up yet. They are a growing franchise, so maybe sooner than later they'll get up here.
Okay, what kind of potatoes do they serve?
Cubed.
Oh.
Yeah, it's and like artfully square, like a perfect. Like I was like, "What is that?" And he's like, "Oh, I think it's a hash brown." I was like, "Cool." But the main reason I picked it,
I don't like cubes. I can do a hash brown patty, but them cubes is lazy.
I liked it. They were very tasty. Yeah,
I can dig those.
yeah.
No, he's talking about the cubed potatoes. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas mine was cubed potatoes. That's how mine came. So
I don't like the ones that shaped like pencil erasers.
That means that that just means that they had potato options that we just didn't delve into any further than we needed to. But the reason I picked that is because on the website or the menu they had a picture of this damn pecan pumpkin pancake, and I was like, oh damn, what fucked this up? And sure as shit, Dan fucked that up. He had one, not a whole, whatever. But yeah.
Yeah, I can see the picture. It does look really good. I would recommend that you go to the Cheesecake Factory for brunch on a Saturday or Sunday. You won't be disappointed.
Fair enough. So,
And those potatoes are more of a rectangle than those cubes I don't like. So I take back my judgments.
all to the good. Well, we eased on down the road to Millington, Tennessee, which is where my mama's people is from. And as we was driving toward the hotel, we saw a Zaxby's, which
Oh my God!
on the other side of the street from where our hotel was at. Yeah, same. Yeah. 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 Oh, it's all good. All good.
Man, I'm getting hungry.
Zaxby's was fan-fucking-tastic in a way that I'm still kind of like, huh. I just don't know what I thought was about to go down, but indeed it put me off on tenders for the rest of the trip because I was just like, I ain't no more goddamn tenders. Them tenders was amazing, and ain't nobody gonna fuck with them hoes. And like, just everywhere tenders this tender. I'm like, could give me goddamn tenders. I've had the tenders I need for this journey, and none of y'all, rest of y'all's fucking with it. And so that was fantastic. The next day was the funeral, so Box had to drop me off at the funeral home. It was good to see. It's good and terrible at the same time. Of course, it's terrible. It's a funeral, but it was good to see my family. I have not been back to Tennessee since my grandfather died, and I got to quit going to Tennessee when people die. I got to go on happy occasions. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah. Plus, I had to get suited up. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is. I just didn't care. And so plus, I knew what time. I knew what time the funeral was, and two, I knew where we were at in relation to the funeral home. That funeral home has been there for a long time. So it's good seeing all my cousins and my aunts and shit. And it was a lovely service. Of course, black folk being black folk, we ran out of time during my mother's eulogy. My mother was giving the eulogy for my Aunt Dot. Ran out of time. Was like, yo, we got to hit the road because we got to get to the cemetery. So basically, she got the
Sandman,
the wrap it up light from my Aunt Lucy, which is hilarious, but. It was cool, and I was like, I ain't going to I'm not going to the burial because my mom was like, look, the burial, it takes place at the National Cemetery. They have a pavilion. They only gonna let so many people in the pavilion. You don't probably need to go, and I was like, and she didn't think she was going to go, but then they was like, yeah, we need you there to help, work the service or whatever. So I was like, let me hit Dan up and see if he can come swoop me back up. And my mom was just like, told my nephew, oh, you can go. She asked me if he wanted to hang with his uncle, and he was like, yeah. I'm like, cool. So me and my nephew kicked it,
Is Chick-fil-A better down south?
That is something we have to discuss. Go on there. Yeah.
I mean,
I would have told you to get Polynesian sauce and a slice of pepper jack, cause it's delicious on the sandwich.
the deluxe does have pepper jack cheese on it and lettuce and tomato. That's all basically what you're missing.
Fair enough.
Necessary on a burger, but not necessary on a chicken sandwich.
It's definitely not a sound for American cheese.
Yeah. Yeah.
Girth.
And that's,
By the way,
that is how oftentimes I find their sandwiches to be. Just is. So, yeah. Yeah.
by the way, is it just me or is girth a dirty word?
Just you.
It has a zestiness to it, so I can understand why you say that.
It's one of those words where you only use it for penis, like for the most part, but you know it has a true meaning. Now, if somebody is saying ebony to you, you know, like, hey, come on, fella, don't call nothing around here ebony. Yeah.
All right. Well,
The girth of that ebony piano key.
Dan Dude snatches up me and my nephew, and we started hitting the road back toward the hotel. But I'm like, yo, turn right here, go all the way down to the end of the street, and we went and checked out what I grew up knowing as the Hall Grounds, and that's what my granddaddy's house was, still is, but he don't live there no more because he dead. And I just went and looked at what was the Hall Grounds. They used to have houses all up and down, and it's now at this point it was like 2 houses there, maybe 3. And I was like, damn. It's weird to see it with adult eyes because the Hall Grounds are so much smaller than my mind made it out to be. But it's also just was like, it was good to see it and know that the house is still there, and that, you know what I'm saying, that I don't know, that it's present. So then we hooked the loop and went by where my Aunt Sadie used to live. And that house actually I thought was gone, but my brother pointed out, no, that was the house. You just remember it would having all kinds. My Aunt Sadie had all kinds of fucked up yard decorations, and they are no longer there. So it's like it's unrecognizable as her home, but that's where my Aunt Sadie used to live. And we go to the hotel and to my mama's and my nephew and my brother's hotel, and it takes us forever to get into the hotel room because the key just wasn't working. And I get changed out, and we go and tour of where I came up at. So we went and saw the house I lived in Tennessee when I lived there, and the neighborhood I lived in, and I was like, yo, let's go see if Penny Pantry's still here. Penny Pantry was the bodega I used to hit up when I was younger. Sure as shit, we pull up and fucking Penny Pantry's still fucking there. What they don't have no more is taters, what we call JoJo's here up north, but they called them taters when I was younger. And I was like, what if they still got jungle juice? And I walked to that same cooler where I knew jungle juice used to be when I was young, and indeed they have jungle juice. It is no longer called jungle juice. It is now called Jungle Punch, but it's the same characters on the containers. And so I ended up getting a couple of jungle juices and some packs of Annihilators, just like the days of old. It was a delight. We went to my old both churches that I attended when I lived in Tennessee, and down through the Shelby Forest, which was a crazy place to drive into. It was like so. I don't know. When we was driving, we was coming down from Kentucky. We hit a road that in no way should have been a 2-lane road because it just wasn't enough space. But I don't know. Driving through the Shelby Forest was kind of wild too. But it was dope. I got to see my mama, even, and especially during this time of COVID, when a lot of people can't see their parents, can't see their family. I was masked the entire time, but it was good to be able to see her. Nonetheless, it was good to be there for her during her oldest sister, has passed away. So it's good to be there for her in that regard and so forth. And she loved her some Dan, so that's real. So that was pretty dope, man. My nephew, it's all good, but it was good to have some time with my nephew, and just bullshit and telling Dan and him about what was here and what happened here and blah 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 and so forth. Just also, it's weird to me how my memory is shit. I have a trash memory, I'll tell you right now. But being right back in that, man, I could get anywhere and everywhere with little issue. Coming back, it was a little like going back to the hotel was a little like I was like, that looked familiar as fuck. Cut down that street for me, Dan. And then sure as shit, that was Mount Olive, which is the church I grew up in. Who knew? Yeah. He would have night rider. They had the ramps down and everything. We would have been on the back of a bed, a truck bed had he not. But yeah, Mount Olive still looks good. That's the church. Like I said, my granddad. That was my granddaddy's church, and of course my mama grew up in that church. But also I grew up in that church for a bit. The Candy Lady house still across the street from there. Though I'm certain the Candy Lady is long since dead. But because she was way old when I was young, so. But that was dope, man, and We dropped off my nephew and peaced out. My nephew had talked to Dan about being on the show, and Dan brought it up to me in front of my nephew, so my nephew wouldn't feel like it was so whatever. So at some point, we'll probably have my nephew on the show just to shoot the shit with my mans, and that's kind of dope.
How old is your nephew?
Shit, 19, 20? Yeah, he young but old. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Like my uncle, a celebrity. I can't ask him.
So we pushed on up the road to Nashville after that. You know what I'm saying? Got to tell my mom and my nephew and brother bye, and we hit. Oh, well, go on. Like I said, that's what you're here for. Oh yeah, you know what? So like, if you wonder why he's the Bourbon Bear in Northeast Ohio, on the way down and on the way back, we was hitting liquor stores left and right. The point being, to see if we can find things that are unavailable here in the great state of Ohio. Ohio is we're locked down when it comes to liquor in a weird way. What do we call it? What are our state rules called? It's I don't know.
SA or something? No.
Either way, they keep the liquor game. Yeah, they keep the liquor game well regulated in Ohio. So Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah. They, I, and I heard that their vodka is very, very good. Like, mm-hmm.
We just crossed the border and the sun came out. Liquor store. And he's like, I'm like, what the heck? Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but I didn't understand why he was talking. I was like, bruh, what the fuck?
Oh, what is he like?
I like his accent.
Yeah.
Clutching her pearls.
Did you ask him how those Memphis Grizzlies were doing?
Well, we was up at the top of the state, so I guess we could have asked him how not having a basketball team affects his life. I like that you like everybody in the South calls it crystals, even though it is singular crystal. But everybody does. Everybody does that. They call it crystals. You are not alone. You took the South. It was you took it into yourself at that point. But that dude was a shithead.
What?
Yeah.
What do you think? You some a high schooler with a fake ID? Jesus, I mean, look at you. No offense. What?
What a butt munch.
Should be just happy for the fucking business. What the fuck?
Oh my god, it was just like we got the like, I don't know what the hell to describe it as. It was like a K worth of goddamn liquor behind us for the whole goddamn ride. At that point, it was insane. But I grabbed a bottle of that Reykjavik vodka that Anthony has recommended, and a bottle of absinthe because it's weird that absinthe is difficult to find, but for some reason absinthe is just not as easy as to poke out as you think it is. So I got and it was a nice bottle, so I was like, that's a good looking bottle. If nothing else, the bottle was pretty. So
Is it the kind that makes you hallucinate?
no, well, none of them do. All it is just high octane, and it is high octane. That shit is like I don't know. It's like if I can go get the bottle, it's like it's very high proof. That's what the thing was with absinthe the entire time. It was just like it's like goddamn, it's high octane gas, and motherfuckers be like goddamn. So it's cool. It, that shit is just fall. I can't believe it's still open. That shit is just falling apart. Oh yeah. Which is just a violation of everything I was doing because all I did was walk around talking the whole goddamn time. Yeah. I didn't see that guy. Yeah. Yeah. Where's
I never had a strawberry moon pie.
and now you don't want to.
Uh, I, I'm kind of curious. I mean, I did enjoy the strawberry milkshake Whoppers.
There you go, people. Uh, Nashville, the hotel was very nice, and the clerk was super sweet. In fact, I gave when I got the how do we do email today, I gave them all tens across the board because I know how important that is in the game. Because the lady was she was everything. She was super sweet. She gave me all the information I needed and got it. And she just I don't know. I like it. That was okay. That was the experience the entire time we were down there. Everybody and mama, yes sir. That lady at Zaxby's, it was uncomfortable being called sir so many times by that child. Yes sir. Yeah, and it yeah. And then at the gas station that we got that he got there where he got that Sam Houston bottle, they was like, "You have a blessed day when we leave," and I was just like, "Ah." That was another thing. Also at the funeral, I don't go to church no more. People, I'm just not a church guy no more. So it's been a long time since I've been in a church environment. And these people is Jesus this and bless this, and I'm literally just at some point I'm like I'm at a funeral, but I'm laughing because they was just. Bruh. Like I said, every
that's what you call what's it called? Sundown towns?
where you about to be home, but now I don't know, bro. It's just that's like I said, like all black funerals I've ever been to in my entire life. It's always a smattering of white folk there, and there was about 10 white folk there of different ilk. I'm like, and I'm wondering how the hell they knew my aunt, but they was there, so there you go. And like I said, everybody's just sweet as a peach. Nobody talking greasy to you at all. Like the only bad experience we had was at that damn liquor store, and he was whatever ethnicity he was. Can't call it. The white folk at the other liquor store, the white people at Navy liquor store, I'm gonna call it by name, Navy liquor store in Middleton, Tennessee, over there on 51. They were like, besides telling my nephew he needed a mask, were just and not even, and that wasn't even to whatever. Yeah, they were super nice. Super was like hell yeah, I saw a bottle of in the background of. I saw a bottle in the like on the shelf in the back, and I was like, "Hey, what is that?" And he got it for me. Oh, it's just some Stoli, blah blah blah. And I'm like, "I'll buy that off you, man. Let me get that." Because like I said, they were just so nice that I felt like I needed to support their store. So I bought that bottle of Stoli. Here, let me go get it.
Yeah, the one thing I was saying about the Costco is they have like exclusive liquor there, like that only Costco, like Costco brand vodka, Costco brand whiskey, like that's supposed to be really good. Yeah. When I was when I was working out at Costco one time, like it was I'm not gonna call the lady a Karen, but like I was there selling wine, and she was like, "This is totally dumb. You guys don't have the Costco vodka? They have it in California." I'm like, okay, we're not in California, man. We're in Ohio, and she was just like really going ham about it.
I don't know if y'all can see that. So that's Stoli Chania Elite, and that's what I got from a Navy liquor store. And like I said, Vanessa had been saying she wanted some vodka, and I was just like, "Yeah, well, that two birds, one stone." Yeah. So I got the Reykjavik from because Anthony recommended that. We got that one in Nashville.
How much was it?
20.
Okay, it's starting to go up in price. I see now. It started off at $16.99. Now it's starting to like to be $19.99,
And
$20.21.
that's the absinthe.
Get your hallucination on.
And like I said, that is let me see, 120 proof. So yeah, like I said, it's just high octane. That's all that is. But Nashville, like I said, the lady was nice in the hotel. I wanted the main thing. I was like, we got to get in Nashville is some Hattie B's Nashville hot chicken. That's where hot chicken was invented. And by the time we got to the hotel and parked it in there, it was like the one nearest us was definitely about to close. But Box, being the man he is, was like, let me hop on this app right quick. And Uber Eats, was it Uber Eats? Also, Hattie B's,
How was the sides?
pimento mac and cheese. Mind you, it was the second mac and cheese I'd had on this journey. I'd had some in Louisville that literally I was like, let me get some salt because I don't know what the fuck y'all doing, but this is not good. The salt helped. Yeah. But Hattie B's.
Was they made with?
With pimento. I enjoy banana pudding, so don't let tea make you feel bad. He hates yellow food.
That's how you get there. One of the best trips I ever took was to Princeton, New Jersey. But those roads are so bad that I would never go again. Because the roads are fucked up.
A base.
You was girthy. Oh no.
Yeah, man. I had the hot breasts. They were delicious, and French fries and pimento mac and cheese. And I respect the hell out of Hattie B's. And I thought about I'm almost positive Hattie B uses a mix of vegetable and lard when they fry their chicken, and I just had to accept it. It kept the motherfucking moving after the fact. I was eating, I was like, that is really good. That is real good. I'm like, I think I remember reading that they use a mixture of a couple of different fats, and I'm like, well, such is life. We gonna keep it motherfucking moving. But we, like I said, one thing, and I listen, I travel with Dan pretty regular. We have been riding together for at this point just years, but we always try to plan, and that's kind of why one of the reasons I like traveling with Dan, because we it is rare that we don't make a plan and just execute on it and call that shit a fucking night. And a part of the plan said on the way home, if time and everything was on our side, that we would just stop at IKEA in Columbus, because Vanessa wanted something from IKEA, and I was like, yeah, I'll fucking see if I can stop at IKEA. Cool. And sure as shit, we got up there. IKEA was still open. Unfortunately, the IKEA cafeteria is closed, so I didn't get to get Dan a meal of meatballs, which I really wanted to. I really want him to experience that, because it's just the IKEA cafeteria situation is so good, and I truly wanted him to have that experience. But unfortunately, because of the pandemic, they have
Closed it.
smartly chosen to keep it closed down. You could get most of what they had on offer from their to-go kitchen, which is downstairs, just by the doors as you're about to head out. But it's just not the same as sitting down there and getting the whole goddamn thing. But I got to take Dan on his first trip to an IKEA. I mean, I'm not saying he was like taken aback by it, but he seemed suitably impressed by what was going on there. It's like,
It's dope.
And if you don't know, people, IKEA is like a fucking the maze of the goddamn Minotaur. You really must follow the floor arrows.
The lights.
Because if you don't, you will end up in a weird ass, like, how did I get here? Where am I supposed to be going? And a couple of times we got like, I'm like, where the fucking arrow at? And I'm just like, okay, there's the arrow. Keep following the arrow because I know we got it out. So that's actually the fastest I've ever gotten through an IKEA because we stayed on the goddamn path and did as we were supposed to do. Ended up grabbing a few things, some a nice little teapot, some loose teas. I got a set of plates. I need to replace some.
Their kitchen section is wonderful.
That was. Yeah. It's the banger.
The whole movie's about it, pretty much.
Yeah, man, I'm telling you.
Yeah, you've seen it before. 500 Days of Summer.
Me too. I didn't know they were in an IKEA.
Well, I love going to, like I said, it had been so long since I got to go through one, and like I said, grabbed a few things that, like I said, I got a new set of plates. I got a nice little teapot and so forth. Like, there's no, of course, some various snacks. They didn't have any lingonberry sauce, which I really wanted, but hey, what are you gonna do? And then we just ease on down the road, man. And Dan drives like a professional goddamn driver, and it's real fun. Yeah, it's not wildly fast. It's not uncomfortably fast. Not once did I feel like in danger. I just sat there, played on my phone, didn't get car sick, which is something that does happen to me. And we just rode, man. I was home like a little bit before 10. I felt like, or like right there. Yeah, for sure, assuredly. And I mean, that means I got home at a reasonable hour. I got my bags unpacked and my laundry in to put away and so forth. Unfortunately, while I was gone, my refrigerator died. And
oh no! Didn't y'all just get that refrigerator?
Yes, that refrigerator died. The compressor went bad on it, so they had to be replaced. And the new one didn't arrive till today. So I threw out a lot of food. Yeah. Still going. So, but yeah, the whatever the fridge company or whatever, I guess their truck broke down yesterday, so they couldn't deliver me the fridge yesterday. They delivered today. They did a rush job. They kind of scratched up my kitchen door frame, and anyway, whatever. I ain't tripping off of that. But Joe, like I said, we did a goddamn 3-city tour in 4 nights, like a dope band does. It was for a sad occasion. But it was a fun trip when it was all said and done. Best hotel amongst them, the Courtyard Marriott in Nashville. It was very nice. Fox's Den Donuts in Nashville. A very tasty donut. Not the best donut I've ever had. A tasty donut. I still stand by Jack Frost being the best donuts I've ever had. So if it literally turns out that it's right around the corner from, because I literally looked it up and I was like, oh, we're gonna drive to this goddamn donut spot, and it turns out it was literally around the corner from where we were staying. It's a klotchy, not like a klotchki, which we have up here, and I explained it to the young lady. I also said the phrase "up north" as if like I was a runaway slave, and I was like, I didn't mean it like that. And I apologized to her. I was like, that's not what I meant. I just meant up in Ohio, and I've heard of klotchies before. Like I said, they're I know they're a known thing in Austin, but I would not doubt if Austin people have moved to Nashville to save some money and so forth. And it's like a bread and cheese with a wiener in it or sausage of some sort. Yeah, they LeBron James on that shit. Yeah, they use the same dough to make a sort of a biscuit situation I had with chicken. I had it was very good. I was pretty good. Like I said, I think that was the last thing we ate until we ate in IKEA. We got some IKEA snackies, their pizza, and I had the veggie dog. He had the regular dog. The problem was they didn't put nothing on his dog. Another dry ass piece of meat that this man had to eat on his trip.
What the heck?
And I had they had this delicious cabbage, red cabbage, and these crispy onions on a veggie dog, and it was 75 cents. People, I cannot tell you enough how much I enjoy IKEA because it's just well priced, well made. It's like it makes no sense. It shouldn't be that good. Did you eat the cake? What'd you think? Oh man, it's like one of the things they have there. Like people like seek that recipe out. It's a really well done chocolate cake. And so they had one slice left, and I got it for Dan because I was like, well, he got it. I want him to have the IKEA food experience, so I got him the last slice of the cake. So it was good, man. Like I said, we made a plan. We executed on every aspect of the plan. Got to and fro, did it, and I was back at work yesterday. What the fuck was we gonna argue about? We knew what we was doing, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. It's lovely, and I got a couple of bottles to add to my own personal collection, and it's nice, man. So you didn't get to see the Stoli bottle, Gabe. You was away, but this is a Stoli Elite.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's a cool looking bottle. And it's probably just whack ass, 40% Stoli. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to it.
Go. Yeah.
Oh my god!
I was looking up where's the closest Zaxby's.
What is, have you discovered the nearest?
I guess it would be Georgetown, Kentucky.
Really?
What about the nearest Wild Egg? There's one in Cincinnati. So there you go. Closest we can get to Wild Egg at this point is about 4.5 hours away. Yeah. But that was it, people. I want to share that story with you because, like I said, it was just nice. It really was, man. I got to be there and send my own. Got to be. I really want to be there for my cousin Kenny. Kenny is my cousin, and every now and again he listens to the show. So if you hear this, my cousin, you know what I'm saying, big up. And I told him the day I got the word that my daughter passed that I would try my best to be there at that service, and indeed we managed to pull that off. And oh shit, I don't think you, the listeners, know that my son wrecked my car. Oh yeah, we hit Crystal up.
Oh. Oh yeah. White Castle.
If only we can find one. Nearest White Castle.
I think it's one in Akron, ain't it? No, that's Churches. Oh.
Yeah. So, a couple weeks back, my kid is out and in my car, and he calls me in tears to say I smashed the car, and I'm like, how bad is it? Not believing that he done, not believing it's as bad as he seemingly make it out to be, and he like, it's real bad, Dad. And I'm like, huh. Okay, here I come. So he sends me his Apple link to give me exactly where he is at, which required me to re-download Apple Maps on my phone. But respect due to Apple because that shit worked like a goddamn champ. Because where he was way far away from where I thought he was. and it was necessary for me to have them exact, pinpoint directions as to get to him. Indeed, my car was fucked up. My kid caught a bad corner. It was wet out, and he didn't know how to adjust, and so he tried to turn out of a spin, and you got to turn into it before you can turn out of it. He did not, and broke the control arm on the front driver's side tire, and that car was banged up from end to end. I was seriously concerned that they were going to have to total my car out because it just looked bad.
Did you take a picture?
I got some, but I mean, yeah, it just. Yeah. What it is, so he didn't get cited. By the time I got there, the park police were there, and they were like, "Nah, clearly speed wasn't involved. He just caught that corner bad," and which I could then believe because as I stood there with the cops waiting for the tow truck to get there, going through the bridge with them, every car that came by started into that same slide, but they know how to adjust and how to get out of it, and then the tow truck came and. He barely got out of that slide. And I was like, this motherfucker's about to kill me right here. This is about to happen. I'm about to die trying to get my car safely. And he, like I said, he went to that same slide and I was like, bruh. But he adjusted. We got the car towed here. And like the next, like it was, that was on a Friday. Of course, it's the weekend. And then that Monday was a holiday. And so the insurance guy comes through Tuesday, and I tell my son to come out and I want you to see this because I want him to understand what happened and just how bad it is and what it is. So like I said, at the same time, the whole time I'm like, fuck, they gonna fucking total this car out. And I went and did my Blue Book value, and it turns out what I owe on the car is I owe less than the car's current value. I've been good about paying it, and I've been good about paying a little extra on it since I got it. So that has been very helpful. And so indeed, had they totaled it, it would have been fine. I wouldn't have. I would have actually just been ahead by like probably $1,000, which is kind of nice. But the guy step by step goes through it, and he says, "I'm gonna go crunch some numbers, and I'll talk to you in a bit." And I'm like, "Fuck." But I go downstairs, I go back to work, and I just kind of let my mind at ease. And he comes back, and he's like, okay, here's what's going to happen. They're going to come tow it, and blah, blah, and so forth and so on. And he literally just hands me a check. And he says, you'll pay them $500 and then sign this check over to them, and you'll be good to go. And he goes, you can go pick up your rental. And I'm like, this is amazing. So let me tell you something right now. Geico has earned themselves a customer for life, even though I just recently got my Geico bill and my insurance has gone up substantially. So, but I mean, I got a teenage driver who's had an accident already. It's kind of expected. And in that situation, you kind of get what you pay for. And and like I said, they literally cut me a check. And unfortunately, they rented me the no limit tank. I'm driving around a Nissan Armada. It's literally named after, a naval in that situation. But it's huge. It's taller than me, and I'm a tall dude. And today I called them to be like, hey, what's going on with the car there? Because it was supposed to be done today. Well, that's what the insurance guy thought it could possibly be done today, but it turns out they said it was a little more work to be done, and they had and they needed the insurance company to have cleared it, which they have. And so he thinks, the guy said he thinks it'll be done in like 2 more weeks, which sucks because I had to have that no limit tank for that long. But because I'm going to have the loan, so because I'm going to have the tank for that long, I went ahead and filled it up today. And filling up a tank of that size is a couple of dollars. But gas is wild cheap right now, so not the worst thing in the world. But yeah, and so, yeah, it ain't bad right now. But yeah, man, my Megatron took a bad one, but looks like she'll be able to bounce back just fine, and I'll have her here in a couple of weeks. And that's okay. And like I said, I ain't going nowhere. COVID results in the great state of Ohio right now have leapt back up again. In fact, so far up that my kids didn't even get to go back to school. They were supposed to start in-person learning last week and this week, forgive me, as we record. And could not happen because our COVID levels have elevated again. And indeed, most of the state right now is going through that. So ain't like I'm going anywhere. And so the tank is full if necessary, but that's how it's going down. So yeah, that shit happened. That's T's life recently enough, and there you go. Now, Ant Man, what's on and popping with you, bruv?
All right,
share it with the people.
I was on I think just like my regular Google not too long ago, because like when you first hit Google on my phone, since I have an Android. Or Chrome rather, instead of bringing up like links or something like that, it brings up like news and like just little. It's called Discovery. And one thing that popped up was Aldi's red bag chicken. Hold on, I think I got some in the freezer. Let me grab some.
Not gonna lie to you, didn't know the freezer was that close.
So, this is Aldi's red bag chicken. Can you see
sort
it?
of the light is just doing just need to. But all right.
Yeah, that's what you really need to
right.
see. Yes. So, don't be mistaken, because one of the articles I read was about a woman getting mad at her husband, saying, "My husband brought home red bag chicken," and it was the chicken nuggets. She was pissed to say the least. So they were saying like it's a whole subreddit dedicated to RBC chicken, and it's like you know, they compare it to Chick-fil-A's chicken. They got all these recipes for it. It's like you know, just like when anything goes, oh, it ain't that good. People are shitting on it. But the other day, I've had it before, but when I seen the articles, I bought a couple bags of it. And the other day, I don't know if I was working late or something the other day, but I put a couple pieces in the air fryer for a quick dinner. Because I think I had got off work at like 6 o'clock one of these days last week, or this current week, and my girlfriend was like, "What kind of chicken was that?" And I was like, "No, this chicken from Aldi's I picked up." She's like, "That chicken tasted good," and she don't say shit tastes good. Like, she's just like pretty even keel about everything, and she was just like, "That chicken was good." She's like, "If you would have like not put it in the air fryer or something like that, that would have been really good."
So do I need to slide on up the road and grab me a bag of that red bag chicken?
You need. I would always say grab two.
Okay.
Because I mean, especially with Aldi's, it's always like certain things like I always grab two because it might not be there. Not only would it might not be there again, but if you ever see it again, it might not taste the same because they constantly are changing recipes when they bring stuff back. So I would always recommend getting 2 bags, but I guess the main subject would be, what generic or off-brand food product do you like give the thumbs up to? Another one I would get a real like 8 thumbs up to is Trader Joe's turkey burgers. I've never. Yeah, I mean that's okay. How about either like just off-brand? That's why I'm not necessarily saying generic, but like. Okay, I'll try some. I'm thinking about joining Costco because my favorite Sam's Club is in Oakwood Village, and I'm not really traveling out there all that much. The one in Mentor sucks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And plus, you have your Sam's Club store runs down to a T. You use the app. You get in, get out. You don't show no motherfuckers your receipt. You just get out, get in, and get out of there. Yeah, but also you can't check out without the card. So hmm yeah. Yeah.
I have been using Costco toilet paper for a good deal of the pandemic, and finally ran out, and I bought just some Cottonelle thinking I'd be fine, and then I finally got some more Samsung toilet paper. Kirkland, I believe, is their store brand, and I'm so glad they had a Kirkland back. It's so much better than the Cottonelle that I bought, and I'm salty now because it's upstairs and not in the downstairs bathroom where I normally handle business at. Yeah.
Yeah, I got some Scott's TP like pretty much in March. Not pretty much in March. Like the day after we found out we weren't going back to work. No, the day we found out like, hey, y'all not coming back tomorrow. And I bought two packs of toilet paper. and I still have some of that toilet paper. And that toilet paper sucks.
Just in general, I enjoy a lot of Costco's store brand, Kirkland's Best, whatever the hell they call that shit. They got decent milk, decent eggs, good butter. Butter? I don't know about the butter. Yeah. So I just kind of respect the mess out of Costco, and it's actually almost time to re up my membership, and I think I am. The pandemic has proven to. I got the membership in December of last year, and haven't been really able to take advantage of it during the pandemic because, like I said, you try not to be in those big old box stores too often. But when I've gone, it's been a very nice experience, and they're a good shop, good store. You know what I'm saying? So I get down with them. Probably. Just yeah, more efficiency. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so who knows? I might need to look into it, see if they have a good app situation popping with them. I never even considered it.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's the plot, man. That's the scheme. So there you go, Gabe. What's your generic?
Nothing exciting. The Target brand diapers are so much better than Pampers and Huggies.
I used to buy Target diapers myself. I swear by them.
Yeah, they are better.
Yeah, yeah. So respect the hell out of it.
And also, I had some Target brand cookies that I liked. The pumpkin and the with the cream cheese and
the cheesecake ones.
Yeah, the cheesecake ones. But nothing else I can think of unless you count Mr. Pibb as a off-brand Dr. Pepper.
Well, Mr. Pibb is a Coke product.
No. No, not at all.
No one. Well, I'm telling you
Frosty
already.
Flakies.
Generic Captain Crunch don't slap like Captain Crunch do. So, don't get the fake Crunch berries. Matters.
I know it's certain stuff that you'll be surprised, but it's like a lot of like Aldi stuff in general. I'll just go directly with this one thing. Almost no matter what, generic jam and jelly is like a stripper during the daytime at a strip club. It works harder, and sometimes it's just as good as the night crew. It might look funny in a different jar or something like that, but it's pretty good. Generic.
I'm a Welch's man. But also I'm a grape jelly man. So I mean I'm just a standard ass motherfucking, basic dude.
Yeah,
Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm a grape guy.
and I mean I just kind of feel like you're not really a fruit man in general, T.
I mean, I like what I like.
And like grape jelly is just that. Ain't no such thing as chunky grape jelly.
Yeah.
Is Goober the one that had the jelly and peanut butter combo jar?
You
Yeah.
have to ask yourself, if I ain't got to put it in the fridge, what's going on there? What's going on there? It's all preservatives. Yeah.
Science Joe.
I only get
Science
Welch's
Joe,
Natural.
muscle pudding.
I only get Welch's Natural, which is not made with HFCs, which is kind of why it's my choice of jelly, and I like it. I'm a great man. I have mixed fruit is something you'll come across if you're at the right diner, and it always hit really well on toast, man. It just do the damn thing. Yeah. Oh my goodness, Gabriel.
Yes.
What do you have to share with the show this week? If you care to bang out anything, if you don't, no worries.
I mean, I'm looking at the hour and I'm getting hungry from all this food talk. So I guess the only thing I want to know is who's the asshole. I gotta make a sandwich before I go to bed. I know. I'm just you guys.
You saved the show.
What?
Well,
I said you're not the asshole. You saved the show.
Each week, my partner grabs a few Am I the Assholes from the good folk at Reddit, and we read them on the show and vote on which ones we want to hear. She only sent me a few, and she sent me these last week, so these are not the freshest, and 2 of them have already been deleted. But as you know, we keep receipts, we get the screenshots, so we got them. So our options this go round am I the asshole for not letting someone pass me? I don't like that one. I don't even wonder why. I wonder why she.
That's
that
fucking
one.
boring.
It must be. I'm going to assume that shit is meatier than whatever. But am I the asshole for constantly cleaning up after my boyfriend and then getting mad at him for not helping with chores? I feel like that one is being directed at me. I might be getting told something. And am I the asshole? This last one is, am I the asshole for making a scene because I only wanted to eat a small piece of cake? Again, that one was deleted, so we have the screenshots for that one.
I'd like to hear that one. What kind of scene do you make over cake? I only wanted a small piece of cake.
All right, so where'd it go? Like I said, I had to pull up the screenshot, and I'm trying to see if she gave me all of the screenshot. And well, we might be missing some of this, but here, we'll hit it up. Am I the asshole for making a scene because I only wanted to eat a small piece of cake? For starters, I did not make the scene, but the affected party blamed me for the scene because I started it. This happened when I was in high school, and I was short and skinny. Are you holding on to this? This is like an old. I was at a friend's birthday party, and her mom was cutting the cake for everyone. I'm not a fan of sweets, but I love salty foods. I don't know what to do with that. It's like, was that necessary to add? Maybe it was. Maybe we'll find that adds something to the story. But my friend was super proud because she baked the cake herself. I went up and asked for a small slice. Her mom laughed and said, I don't need a small slice because I was already so skinny. God. Quit body shaming people. I said, I don't need a lot of sweets, so I like a small piece. I don't know what went through her head, but she decided to plop 2 huge slices on my plate. I kind of froze and then moved along because I didn't want to hold up the line. I went to sit with everybody and explain what happened and why I asked for a smaller slice. Birthday girl said to eat what I could and cut one of the slices in half and ate that. Our other friend was going to get some more cake, so I offered her mine and she accepted. Birthday girl gets upset and goes to the restroom, opposite direction than the kitchen, so it's not like she ran to her mom about this. Then her mom comes over and says, I knew you could pack away 2 slices. You skinny girls just like to pretend you don't eat a lot. I told her I did like the cake, but gave most of my cake to someone else. She got really aggressive with me and started telling me I was disrespectful. And she gave me those slices and I was supposed to eat them. She told me to get over my eating disorder already.
Damn.
There was also a comment about only dogs liking bones. It got to the point she went and got like half the remaining cake, put it on the plate, and told me to eat it or she wouldn't leave me alone. My friend came back to me crying. Did I mention I was crying like the entire time? And her mom trying to physically force me to eat cake, smashing cake into my face. My friend literally just screamed like angry tantrum screech when she saw everything. Her mom stopped and her older sister dragged me away from everyone to help me wash my face. I found out my friend was mad at me later. I never went to her house again, and it was never brought up again. So it's not like she became a huge bitch to me over this. This popped back into my head after watching a video about fat phobia, where basically if you ask for a small slice of cake, you're an asshole for virtue signaling. In that case, I definitely made it worse by giving the cake away. Too long, didn't read. I don't like sweets and asked for a little piece of cake, was given more cake, so I gave some away. A scene ensued. Am I the asshole for causing the scene?
So she had to wash her face? They like literally smashed cake into her face? Like, eat the cake, man, anime.
Yes, that is what occurred. Wow. I want to know why this got deleted. Moderators removed this post from feeds for a variety of reasons, including keeping communities safe, civil, and true to their purpose, is what this says. And for the sorry, this post has been removed. So, cannot call it.
I don't think this person's the asshole.
Check your text.
You can ask for the small piece of cake. Why is that such a big deal? I didn't know that was a fat phobia thing.
It's not a big deal. No, in general, I don't fuck around with the body shaming bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Skinny people are skinny sometimes. Fat people are fat sometimes. Just let motherfuckers be, because let motherfuckers be. And again, this apparently happened to this person in high school. So apparently, they're carrying it.
Right.
And it's like that's fucked up that they carried this weight with them all these years. No, they're not the asshole for asking for a small piece of cake, and that woman smashed cake in her face. No, you're not the asshole. You did nothing wrong here, and her friend was probably just genuinely upset about the situation. You know what I'm saying? all of that going down at her party because it's wildly embarrassing and, you know, just makes for a story later, and it's fucked up, man.
That's crazy.
Yeah, man, it's wild out here. Just because I thought it was dope, I had sent the name of the asshole from to the fellas that they showed up in on Twitter, and I want to read to you, the listener, because it was just so fucked up that I was kind of taken aback by it. Am I the asshole for missing my daughter's surgery? I, 27 female, work as an analyst in a field where clients expect you to have your work done yesterday, and the term family first is just an empty statement. My boss, 47 male, I didn't realize that there is 20 years difference between these two. God damn. And I have been in a client site with putting together this very urgent project. My daughter suddenly had a very big health scare and needed open heart surgery. I want you to understand, she described it as a big health scare. Open heart surgery. Okay? My ex-boyfriend has primary custody, and I knew my daughter wanted me to be there. My ex-boyfriend demanded I ask for time off. However, I think it was unfair for him to ask for that because my boss is also my boyfriend. That's why that 20-year difference kind of smacked me a little harder. I didn't realize there was a 20-year difference between them two until, like I said, just now as I read this. Jesus Christ. After my boyfriend heard about my daughter, he offered to give me as much time off as I wanted, which I felt was unfair, and he really needed and wanted me to stay. I feel like if I accepted, I would be taking advantage of my boyfriend's generosity and goodwill. In addition, I knew that he needed me on this project. My daughter has had multiple instances of heart problems in the past, and every time she gets treatment, she becomes extremely belligerent. She ends up continuously wetting the bed and crying and screaming all the time. I knew if I went, I wouldn't be much help, and I wouldn't be able to do any work because she tries to take everyone's attention hostage. So I ended up missing my daughter's surgery, and now she's in recovery. However, I could tell my boss was grateful he didn't have to call in another team member, and that he appreciated that I was by his side, despite his reassurances that I could take the leave if I wanted to. Am I the asshole? It would have been selfish to everybody in the office if I had stepped out and forced them to step up or else face the client's ire.
I kind of feel like I understand. Like, first of all, like, especially when somebody's in surgery and they're having heart surgery, the only people that know that they're not there are the people who are awake. Like, when my mother had some rather serious surgery, she was like, y'all get the fuck out and go home, pretty much. Like, I'm recovering, leave me alone. So, I get it to a certain extent, but if it's a rather serious problem, you could have lost your daughter.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right during that surgery. So, but, I mean, on the second hand, like, her dad was there. He is the primary caregiver for the child. If you had to work, yes, you could be there afterwards. I think she's definitely on the border of asshole.
The thing is, she didn't have to work. She was told by her boss / partner, take the time, go be with your kid.
Oh, okay, but at the same thing, she said that she only felt like he said that because he was maybe she felt like he was being more boyfriend than boss at the moment.
But she don't know that. And
she said she felt like she would be taken advantage.
But for the first time, most of the time we go through these, I see everybody's wrong here or not the asshole. But this is that deep, dark red asshole. Everybody who fucked with this person thought this person was an asshole. And
I got to call this person an asshole too.
Yes, yeah.
She sounded like all that stuff she added at the end sounded like she didn't want to be there. Like, the daughter gets belligerent and she wets the bed and like, I don't want to deal with this shit.
This is a 7-year-old child with a heart condition. Wetting the bed or demanding attention?
The stuff 7-year-olds do.
Yeah. You just had heart surgery. You can have all my attention. Every single bit of it. Fuck a job, fuck a man.
Yeah, really.
Exactly.
I mean, she doesn't have custody of it. That's damn near not her kid.
Yeah, it's not easy for a guy to get a custody over a woman. I'm not trying to be sexist. That's just the thing.
You're the asshole. Sorry, your sick child is an inconvenience. You're the asshole. There's a reason your ex has primary custody. You suck as a mother.
Wow.
I don't dish you for working. Lots of mothers have to, but not taking the time offered to you to see your daughter, who obviously has a lot of health issues, is just shitty behavior. This person, in, as you can see, all caps, your daughter had open heart surgery and you weren't there. You went to work instead. What the hell is wrong with you? You're the asshole. I'm trying to find somebody who just is like, maybe, I don't know, but...
Devil's advocate? Ain't no company gonna do that.
Also, you're dating your boss. Everything about this was fucked up. Your boss is 20 years older than you. I'm not saying age is fucked up, that age situation is fucked up, but I am saying dating your boss is real fucked up. And don't get your meat where you get your bread, people. It's just, it's oh, for fuck's sakes.
It's girthy.
All this food talk.
Ladies got meat. They got ham.
They got roast beef curtains.
I mean, sure.
Oh, girthy.
I'm a fan. I'm just gonna say, you know what I'm saying? So, just keep motherfucking moving.
They have the meats.
My
Curtains.
Sir. I respect the hell out of you for that one. Thank you. Yo, that was Am I the Asshole? We do it every week. It's kind of a delight. That one, like I said, that one right there is not one of our regulars, but like I said, I saw that shit and I was just like...
Check your test. Can we do a funny one before we leave?
Oh, that one just showed up in my feed. That was just somebody, I don't know who posted it originally. I did not post that, but somebody else did that one. I thought I DM'd that to the group chat. Oh no, you know what I DM'd to the group chat? I DM'd to the group chat sexy potatoes. You want to do sexy potatoes?
Okay.
All right.
Yes, let's do a funny
All right,
one
sexy
before we
potatoes
leave.
is very funny. Am I the asshole for eating sexy potatoes? I'm like, I knew I did. I'm about to say, didn't I send to eat? Am I the asshole? So there you go. Right on. Am I the asshole? Oh, excuse me. It honestly feels ridiculous that I have to post this, but my coworker has been getting onto me about this for weeks now, so I have to ask. My whole life, I've been eating potatoes by microwaving them, then biting into them, eating them hot dog style. This is the easiest, most convenient, and intuitive way for me to eat potatoes.
Hot dog style.
Sweet potatoes or regular. I think this is how people in Japan eat them. Or at least this is how I was taught by my Japanese parents to eat them. However, I go to a grocery store. Whenever I go to a grocery store, I always pick out the most easily biteable potatoes, which are generally longer and thinner than most potatoes. So, I work in an office of about 30 people. We typically bring our own lunch, and I usually just eat at my desk while doing work. No one has ever commented about how I eat potatoes, but I do eat them quite frequently. Recently, a new person was hired, and she clearly has a problem with the way I eat potatoes. A couple of times she pulled me aside and asked me that I just eat potatoes a more normal way. I asked her what she meant, and I was eating, she said I was eating potatoes too suggestively. I was a little shocked because I literally just have my eyes glued to my screen whenever I'm eating and barely pay attention to how I eat.
She knew what she was doing with that sexy potato.
I told her no one else seemed to have a problem with the way I eat potatoes.
Too busy jacking off.
She insisted others were just too polite to say anything. I asked a few other coworkers who were all just as confused as me about what she was saying. I figured no one else really had a problem with it. But this happened multiple times. She kept coming to me and asking me to tone down the way I eat, even accusing me of going out of my way to choose sexy potatoes. I've considered bringing them other ways, but this is just the easiest way for me to eat them. And they're honestly delicious like this to me. I asked her to maybe just not watch me eat, but apparently that's just not feasible. Unfortunately, she reported me, and now I have a meeting with HR.
Oh
next
my
week.
gosh!
This seems really dumb to me, but am I the asshole for eating sexy potatoes?
No, fuck this bitch. She should put butter on the potatoes and lick them off.
Edit. I thank you for the gold and thank everyone who gave me tips on how to approach HR. I will update after the meeting. Edit 2. Stop asking me for videos of me eating potatoes. It's creepy and weird and would also be extremely boring and the least sexy thing you'll ever watch.
Oh, you think?
Edit 3. Because I've gotten a ton of comments asking how to microwave a potato, scrub a potato thoroughly with a sponge to remove dirt. Stab the potato with a fork or knife all over. Then put it in the microwave for about 5 minutes. More or less depending on the size of the potato and power of the microwave. Then flip and do the same thing. Until if it's done, poke through the center with a knife or a fork. Then you can generally tell how soft it is by stabbing through it. The texture will be relatively intuitive. Make sure you let the potato cool for at least 10 minutes, potentially longer, or it'll be too hot to eat. When you're ready to consume, I usually hold it wrapped around a napkin. I'm sacrilegious, so I eat the skin, but you don't have to. I'll sometimes add butter or regular potatoes, but I normally just sprinkle some salt as I eat it. Sweet potatoes. I just eat as is. Either way, you'll probably need to drink water or some liquid with it. Enjoy. Now, I was like, what the fuck? But, yes, there's a sexy potato update. Let's jump to the update. Mm-hmm. So I had a couple of meetings with HR. The first was on my own yesterday morning along with the HR woman. According to her, a coworker had reported me for sexual harassment and creating a hostile work environment. After hearing those accusations, I was honestly pretty scared. Sexual harassment is a serious charge. I was allegedly making lewd gestures while eating, despite repeatedly being asked to stop. I told her exactly what had happened. I was eating potatoes the same way I always had in 4 years I worked in this office. No one else had ever had a problem with this until now. The new coworker, let's call her Karen, approached me, telling me I was eating potatoes inappropriately and told me to eat them another way. I explained to her that this was how I grew up eating them and would not stop. If I bothered her, she could and should look away. I continued eating potatoes this way. Then over the next several weeks, she kept complaining about the potatoes every time I ate them this way. As I explained my side, I could tell HR was getting really annoyed. I don't think she believed that this was all that there was to it. She pressed for more information. Are you sure you didn't do anything to make her believe you were being inappropriate? Are you sure you weren't harassing her, even unintentionally? I told her I never even talked to her unless it was about work or if she approached me first. HR thanked me for coming in and told me she'd get back to me. I think she met with Karen after that. Then later in the day, we had a meeting with the three of us. Karen says that I lied about not doing anything to make her uncomfortable. That after the first time she came to me asking me to eat potatoes differently, I dismissed it as a joke. Which, to be fair, I did because, dead ass.
It sounds like a joke, yeah.
Which I acknowledge because who wouldn't take it as a joke? Then she claimed that after each time she asked me to tone it down, I escalated by choosing increasingly sexy potatoes to eat in front of her.
A crescendo of potato sexiness.
By which point, I'm pretty sure HR was trying hard to not roll her eyes. I responded by telling Karen I literally gave zero thought about her when I brought my potatoes and selected them based on ease of cooking, eating. She accused me of making eye contact with her while I was eating, which I think I did every time she watched me eat because it's really uncomfortable having someone watch me eat. While I explained and told her I had repeatedly asked her to stop watching me eat, she then pointed out that no one else eats potatoes this way, and the only reason I would do so is to try to be provocative. Which I swear to God, HR almost laughed at her. I just showed her a video of Japanese school people eating potatoes with your hands and biting into them. HR woman knows me and knows I'm not the type to harass someone or deliberately make a hostile work environment. And at the end, she just said something like, "I'm sorry about the misunderstanding. Perhaps it really would be best to look another way while your coworker is eating."
Don't look at me. It's so embarrassing.
Basically trying to tell Karen to get her...
Don't look at me, Mr. Gabe.
Basically telling Karen...
Don't lick my potato.
to get her head out of her ass. Then Karen tried to turn around by claiming I was making a hostile work environment by telling our other coworkers about her. But literally, all I had done was ask if they were uncomfortable with the way I was eating. I explained why I had asked them. She tried yet another angle, claiming that the way I ate them with my hands was a COVID risk, and that I was putting the safety of the office in jeopardy by eating this way. HR said that it was if she was so concerned, she was welcome to work from home. As it is currently company policy, I work in hardware, so it's harder for me to work from home, but Karen works in support, so it would be really easy for her to work from home. Eventually, Karen had to concede she had nothing left, so we were all dismissed. Later, I talked to my coworkers who had stopped bringing curry because of Karen. Let's call him Surya, about the problems I had had with her. He had been unable to eat his regular Indian lunches in the office because of her. We both were extremely annoyed, and because I just felt extremely uncomfortable being in the office where she was constantly judging Asian people's food. So I decided to file an HR report with HR. As suggested by many of you, I pointed out how she was harassing Asian people for their food choices, and many of her comments toward me were bordering on sexual harassment. Surya agreed to bring curry for lunch, and in solidarity, I brought some too, along with my potatoes. Karen didn't comment at all.
Curry potatoes.
But she did give us dirty looks and made disgusting faces a few times. I actually got called into a meeting this afternoon with my boss, who is also one of the founders of the company. He confesses that he didn't like Karen either, and that she had multiple complaints about her within the first month of her being hired. She's been here just under 2. And that he had hired her as a favor to his wife because she is his wife's cousin and had lost her job due to COVID. I wonder why they chose to let her go, is what he puts in parentheses, or this person puts in parentheses. He apologized to me on her behalf and assured me that he would talk to her. I decided to keep my harassment claim with HR and have another meeting tomorrow. We'll see how this goes. Thank you for your tips and suggestions. I will keep eating sexy potatoes for the foreseeable future.
She should have. You know what she did? The problem was she got she got a pair of redskin potatoes she attached to the base of the potato and started tickling them.
And not only that, she was wearing steel-toed boots.
Cup the redskin potatoes. You know that's somebody's thing.
Maybe we just gotta look it up. Yeah, that's
Everything's a thing.
Yeah, everything is a thing.
So when she was,
I'm curious too. It's not even my thing, and I gotta know.
Japanese potato eating. How to eat baked sweet potatoes by a bonfire. I'm going to mute this video, but I'm just going to take a look at it, and yep, I can see how this potato is being consumed. I'm going to put this in the chat. You guys can take a look at it yourself. That is not I didn't copy
Is
that.
it sexy?
It is eye opening.
Suggestive?
It is eye opening.
Or do they eat the flesh and not the skin?
Literally right at the start of it. You don't have to
Fucking
play
that
it that
potato.
long. If you just look at the beginning of the video, you'll see how the potato's being consumed.
With their butt? A commercial came up.
Oh, okay.
I'm putting it on mute too. It's only 30 seconds.
Like I said, it's right at the beginning of the video. And once you see it, you're like, oh, I get what's going on there.
Oh, it's not 30 seconds.
Oh, you must have had a 30-second ad.
Yeah, they eating like dick-shaped potatoes though.
I mean, I don't. It's just a sweet potato. And in fact, that if you look up, I don't know if like my.
I went in. It's 2 minutes and go in like 2 minutes and 24 seconds of this video. That's sexy.
Like that literal style of potato is in my emoji. I don't know if it's in y'all emoji, but like you can see like that very style of potato is like right there available in my emoji. So yeah, but it's just a sweet potato.
Trying to skip ahead.
It's called a red rocket. It shows a dog's penis, right?
Those are dick shaped.
None of these things are potatoes. Oh my goodness. Housekeeping. Please rate, review, subscribe, and share the show wherever possible. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's Stays Crunchy and Milk. Subscribe to our Twitch channel. It's Skim. I believe it might be Stays Crunchy and Milk as well. And of course, follow us over on Twitter. That's at SkimPod, SKIMPOD. And if you want to support if you're thinking I love these guys and I'd like to keep them going after all these years. Box and I were discussing that while we were on the road, ways to better make this shit pop off. You know what I'm saying? We've been doing this for some years now, and we got a brand, and we're trying to make sure the brand lives large. And how to do that, and I don't know. But one way to do that is to support the show financially. And if you got a couple of bucks to toss our way, head on over to Patreon. We're over there, and we're members at the $5 and above tier, get extra content each month and early access to new shows. We also have merch available over on tpublic.com/user/StageCrunchyandMilk, all one word. T-shirts, masks, mugs, magnets, stickers, anything your heart desires with our logo, the Building Boxes Bar logo, the Podcast logo. Lots of good shit to be had over there if you are so inclined. And also, if you just feel like talking to us, chatting us up, leaving us a message, give us a call at 216-302-8763. That's 216-302-8POD. We would certainly love to hear from you. It's good to be back in the saddle of podcastery. Like I said, we had taken a week off, but again, by the time you get an episode, who knows? You won't know. It's a thing. The last episode you heard, I don't know, an episode you heard before this was all of us, but the episode before that was just me, Gabe, and Ant. But whatever. Who cares? None of you do. That's Tatum 216.
Yes.
It's Lunchbox 2099. That is the real ODP. I am the internet's Tayrail713. You have just been podcast to, and I know you loved it.
Or at least liked it.
Peace.
What happened to you? You used to be beautiful.